Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life. I'm Carmen Harra, and I am live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on OMTimes Radio. But tonight I have a special show, because anytime I have my special guest tonight, Glynis, with me, I am in heaven, because nobody brings so many people together. Nobody is so extraordinary like Glynis McCants. She's my wonderful guest tonight. She's a friend of mine. I absolutely love her. She will help all of you harness the power of numerology and guide you transform your life. She knows so many things. So Glynis is, I can talk about her for hours, but I just want to invite her to the show and let's dive in and find amazing things. And for you guys, just call in 202-570-7057, and Christopher will take your calls. Now, Glynis was on Dr. Phil. She was on Dr. Oz. She was on the Today Show. She was on CBS The Talk. She was on The View. She was on Entertainment Tonight. She's been, listen to this, hired by the producer of the Jim Carrey's movie, The 23rd. And she also has been featured in LA Confidential, in Time Magazine, USA Today, in Touch, Star, Us Weekly, People Magazine. She has truly mastered the science of numerology. And her mission is to educate and simplify what it is that this particular science is teaching us in order to change your life for better. She has a unique numerology calendar, which I recommend for all of you. Even if it's the month of August, it doesn't matter, because these calendars are big hit, and she's selling the 2021 LifePath numerology calendars right now. You want a calendar? That's the best investments you ever made. Now, also her book, Love by the Numbers, is available on audio now. So this is good if you don't want to spend time on reading and want to just listen. Get the book on an audio format, so that will make your life a little bit easier in terms of learning everything that she's teaching everybody. So she's the author of this amazing book. Glynis has the number, your number, and she's the one who explains better than anybody how numbers are the language of the universe and the energy under which you were born, containing the entire record of your lifetime on earth. So she will be able to demystify all these events, situations, experiences that are encoded within your birthday and have to happen in order for you to evolve. So I'm going to invite my amazing numerologist, amazing person, extraordinary author, TV personality, Glynis McCants. You are so kind and wonderful to accept my invitation. And you know how much I admire you, I adore you, and I'm grateful for being with me tonight.
Well, thank you for having me, Carmen. And as you and I both know, we've worked with everyone in this world, right? In this new age world and world of healers. But some people are magicians, and I would call you a fellow magician, my friend, because I have watched you work your magic. You are extraordinary. And with your new book that just came out, the reason I'm endorsing it and telling people to get it is love is your passion. You're obsessed with people having healthy love. You know, and I can see that. Like, anytime you see people come together and love each other deeply, you smile. Like, you want that for everyone. So I know that the tools in your book would be helpful, and those people listening today, I am suggesting that they get it. And I'm going to post it again on my page. Plus, I'm working on my newsletter. I'm going to cover just some information about that as well. Because guess what, Carmen? There's a lot of books on love. It doesn't mean they're good. Doesn't mean they help you get there, do they?
I agree. There's nothing on commitment, Glynis, because you know what commitment is all about. You value that. You found your soulmate. How amazing is that? How incredible is that?
Yes.
So you appreciate that, you know. And
I really value it. And
you are growing. Your love was growing
in
time. Yeah.
That's exactly right. That a true healthy relationship is that it continues to grow. It is not stagnant. It's something you work on every day, but in a fun way. Like Charlie now, you know, my birthday happens to be this month, and Charlie is literally in the backyard, Carmen, trying to make it look amazing. Like he's trying to turn the backyard into a magical place just because my birthday is coming. That's who he is.
And listen,
a good man. A great man.
Happy birthday to you, my beautiful
Thank you,
Glynis.
honey.
You are,
Thank you.
know, such an extraordinary force. You are a force of nature on earth, and I love and admire you for many, many years. And I blessed the day when I met you at The View 2 years ago. I said, my God, that was my lucky day. You know,
and it was Halloween, right?
Yes.
They were in costume.
Yes. How amazing was that? Show was amazing.
Right.
I feel like they don't have shows like this anymore.
Right. It's like trick or treat, and we both got a treat. Right.
Exactly.
So let me tell your audience, what is numerology? What is the way I do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, numerology itself, it is a science of numbers, and it's based in vibration. Pythagoras, who is that famous mathematician, we hear that and we think of the Pythagorean theorem. We know that he dealt in numbers, like he gave traits to each energy, but the basic numbers are 1 through 9. You know, we all have it. There's a thing called master numbers as well, which is when numbers are double digit. But when you look at basic numbers, Carmen, it gives you the insights you need to understand those people you meet. Like along your way in life, if you just have a couple things about them, it gives you peace of mind. Now, there are numbers in life that are compatible to you, and there are numbers in life that are toxic. And what toxic means, Carmen, it promotes a breakdown in communication. Like you speak, you think you did it perfectly, and yet they didn't understand a word you just said. And it's horrible because you're like, wait a second, why is it I can talk to someone else and they totally get me, and this other person looks at me like, who are you? What are you talking about? So it gives you peace of mind in this crazy world that we live in. And it also helps you avoid conflict, which is my mission. I always try to help people have the most peaceful life that they can. And that's where the numerology comes in. And then, of course, chart comparison. When I look at, a person who's in love and I look at their partner, I can tell you where you're compatible, where you're different, and what's up. But I can also, if you want to know the truth, should I stay or should I go? Sometimes the energy is so challenging, it would be better to move on than to try to work on it.
Right. You're so right.
Yeah.
And we have so many people online. I mean, the lines are just full. You cannot imagine how many people we have. And with your permission, we're going to take some of the calls. But before we do, so Gail, Catherine, Leilani, Tiffany, all of you guys, hold on the line. We'll be with you in a minute. I would love Glynis' perspective, for instance, of talking about love. J-Lo and Ben Affleck. What do you think? Is this going to work this time?
And that's just it. You brought up a valid point. Will it work this time? Now, I'm going to go back in time and tell you that way back when I ran their numbers, I could see the problem. And I said, I do not believe they're going to make it down that aisle. And it was like 14 days before the wedding, and it was canceled. And I remember that like it was yesterday. So here's the concern I have. I know that Ben, because he has a 5 attitude and he's got 6 energy, the 6 is what she's in love with. It's like nurturing, like when they hold you, you just feel safe. And, you know, she did love him. But the 5, when it lives on the shadow side, it escapes drugs, alcohol, whatever. Well, we know you'll always see him smoking. They say he's not drinking, but there have been pictures that I would put a question mark to say, really? Really? Because something tells me he might be falling a little bit into the drinking, and more importantly, gambling was another issue. You know, Jennifer Garner, when they were married, she did stabilize him. Like, her numbers literally were the 4, which is solid, and the love was strong, but she couldn't handle that. If you are a 4 life path, and financial security is very important to you, to have someone who gambles will always frighten you, right? Because no matter how good you are at gambling, there's a day you can lose. And when a 4 loses their money, it's like an earthquake. Jennifer, on the other hand, yes, she's got her own money, but truthfully, these two have come together in a moment of weakness for both of them, right? Ben's off his track. He's not doing as well as he wants to. I think he's got a lot, you know, it's like facing your own demons. He's dealing with that, but he's in a personal year of 1. And I think what he's trying to do, I think he has regret and guilt with how it went down with her. And I think there's some healing taking place. In Jennifer's case, though, honestly, I'd give anything if she just bought a cat and played with the cat for a while and took a break from men. She is not good at picking men. She often picks men that are not loyal. And the ex that she was just about... Do you know what I want to tell you? She's been married 3 times. The reason she dodged the bullet of marrying the 4th time, the pandemic. The pandemic stopped her from marrying Alex. They would have been married. And then what? Divorced? So that's what I'm telling you. It's like they're in each other's arms for security of just, you know, you're safe. I know you. But do I feel like it's healthy? Not right now. What I have not looked at, and I'm going to give them this, I'm going to look at like pinnacle cycles to see what pinnacle shifted for them from way back when they first got together to today, because maybe that is a help. But remember, there's a positive and negative side to every number, and X's tend to be an X for a reason, Carmen. Let's never lose sight of that.
True. This is so true. That's why I want your perspective. Nobody put it as good as you. Nobody can give us a better understanding that you do. And I think that what you say right now should be on every magazine who makes comments about how amazing this is and how, you know, and the reality should be out there.
And it will be. You know, I've always been blessed, like especially the royal family. I end up being interviewed, and I do get to get these things on the record because they're important. It's important for us all to understand what makes something work.
On the record on the show on OMTimes, so it's here.
That's right.
It is recorded.
Which is great.
It's here. Yeah.
That's right. Same thing, and we can always refer back to this. But again, the one thing I will say, next time you and I do a show together, I will know those pinnacles to tell you. Because I'll tell you what, here's another one. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, when they were together, I knew they were not going to last.
You said everything. You even said that she's going to try to destroy him.
Destroy him.
All of that,
And you know who did the same thing? Amber Heard. Amber Heard, who's tried to destroy Johnny Depp, has the exact same numbers as Angelina. And I find that heartbreaking, but it's in their own chart, meaning, remember what I say, because you might be listening and then you run your numbers and find out you have their chart too. Well, here's what I want to tell you. Never, ever lash out to destroy someone because it's a boomerang. It can only hurt you in the long run.
So true.
That's what these women have not learned, Angelina and Amber. And if you think about it, what happened with Brad Pitt, not only did she try to destroy him, it did backfire. I mean, this man won an Oscar, for goodness sakes, right? You would not have seen that coming, but it was the love and protectiveness people felt towards him. But it goes right back to, if you're in a relationship, is there a way to heal as a couple, or is it so toxic you will want to hurt each other and do damage?
You know, I met Brad Pitt once, years ago, and I had such a great impression on this man. I thought he was so normal, so down to earth, so kind. You know, I was just so...
Well, he's not out to impress anybody. That's not even how he rolls. He really isn't. He's technically a 4. I think what I will say He's been a big surprise, not just as winning his Oscar, but the fact that he's done so well with his production company. So many of the movies he backs end up winning the Oscar, which is wonderful. So, yeah, that's what we mean when we say, well, what's going on with each relationship? Is it good for you or isn't it? And then I want to talk about you for a moment because I want to explain something, Dave, that's also happening. In this world number, 2021, break it down, 2 plus 0, 2 plus 1 is 5. Now, the 5 really does love the drama. It likes it, Carmen. So, example, all the things happening at the Olympics that are surprising, that's very 5 energy. But because we've entered the month of August, which is an 8, I would literally say fasten your seatbelts. Pay attention. And then I like to say, when you're in a personal month, you want to know what it is. So we're going to use you as the example. You were born 3/25, correct?
Right, yeah.
All right, so 3 plus 2 plus 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. We add that number 1 to the world number 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. This tells me you're in a personal year of 6. 6 means trying to make things happen, just like your book being launched, taking control, looking at your home. What do I like about it? What don't I? Should I change things? Should I redo it?
Exactly.
All of that.
Exactly what I'm doing, yeah.
Right, because it makes the difference. It's like good for your head. Technically, this is what you need to know. This month, we take the month energy. So we're in 8, and your personal year, 6 plus 8. That is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. You're in a personal month of 5. So what that means is it's going to be a little nutty. Like you're going to have to, if you do your meditation, your yoga, whatever it is you get to your Zen place, very important that you do it this month because otherwise you're going to feel a little bit scattered, a little bit like not in control in the way that you want to be.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, for me personally, I went through it last month and oh my gosh, every time I would turn on water for a minute to get a cup and maybe forget it and look again. It was all over the place. Or I would make this yummy vegetable soup. I went to pour it in a little cup. It went over the cup. I'm like, really?
I remember. I saw this, I think, was on your Facebook. No?
Yes. So, yes, and that was me. I was in that last month.
Put a comment on your Facebook, yeah.
Right. So I'm giving you the heads up, Carmen, that when anything, just extra focus, take your time, don't rush, because it's going to move so quickly, and write down everything you want to get accomplished. That way you will have a chance of getting it done. That's the kind of month it will be.
I cannot thank you more than for your beautiful words and advice,
Yes.
That is so powerful. It's so important for my life. So I am so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah,
so what's going on with the COVID? What's going on with the COVID?
Well, let me tell you, again, back in January when I was on air, and I believe it was Coast to Coast, and I think, I'm sure I put it in my newsletter, but here's what I kept seeing. I saw us getting the vaccinations. I saw things getting a lot better. My concern was always July, August. Wow. Like I kept seeing 7, 8, 9. Basically 7, 8, 9. So in my mind, I could see that it would be the last 3 months that we would start to really move out of it. Even though they say, oh gosh, watch for the fall. You know how they do that. I disagree. I think this is a wake-up call. Unfortunately, here's my biggest heartbreak. This was never supposed to be politicized, and it was, and that is tragic. Oh, my goodness, that never should have been true. We should have seen this just as regular people and said, I should do this for my health or for my family, instead of thinking, oh, my gosh, am I being manipulated? Is the government trying to control me? That is heartbreaking. But I can tell you also, when I told you this number 5 enjoys the drama, this is part of it. What's good news, Carmen, as we move into 2022, the 2-2 energy, it's lovely, meaning it's a healing energy. It's energy that says, hey, we cannot continue like this. Like when someone put it best, they said, social media, they said we were fine. We were okay, and along came social media. And that made me laugh, and I thought, it's quite true. Even though there's things that I love about social media, like I can tell people to tune in, like when we do stuff, but I know for a fact there are dark forces that get together to do damage, and they have a place to meet in a way they never used to. So we must find a balance, and I see that's coming. It's not right now, but it's coming.
But it's coming.
Yes, it is. So in other words, I'm very optimistic for our future.
Good. If you're optimistic, I know everything is going to work exactly the way you say.
Yeah, it's going to be better.
Will Trump become president again, in your opinion?
And I can say this to my core. He will not become president. He will not be the one who runs for president. I'll put it that way. Doesn't mean there won't be somebody who steps up in that position that could actually become president, of course. I mean, that's all numbers, right? We look at energy. Right. But here's what I did say about the former president. I said he was born on a 5-day, and he's a 4-life path. Last year was the year of 4. This is the year of 5. So I knew he would play a very large role in this year. You know, that, in other words, when people are like, well, gee, when he's not president, will he go away? I mean, I just had to laugh. I said, absolutely not. He's a part of what's happening now. He's still playing a role in that, but that does not continue. As we move into 6, things start to shift again. Yes, so it's not that he will not always have or be an influence. He has that. You know, he's got people who adore him, and that's coming from. This man was truly, first and foremost, he used to be an entertainer. He loves an audience. He loves to be funny. He loves to feel loved. Well, he's not in that position right now. And the fact that he was cut off in platforms where he could communicate has also made him angry. So we're going to see all that play out into what it becomes. But no, he will not be the main guy on that ticket.
Yeah. Do you see Biden a second term? Do you see Biden getting a second term?
When I look at Joe Biden, again, this division in our country, the anger is palpable. Right. So I can only say this is what I will always stand by. Joe Biden was born on a 2-day, and he's a 2-life path. The thing that the 2 is known for more than anything else in numerology is empathy, and that is how this happened. He had empathy when people were dying. When this pandemic happened, we were so frightened, and he just had a voice of, I understand, and we knew for a fact he wasn't acting because he also lost lives in his family, his wife, his baby. The man's been through it. So, again, my suggestion to you is this. Let's look at today, because in this year of 5, it's not smart to try to go ahead. Forget it. Let's watch today. Let's watch this, the power of now. The power of now, Carmen. Never have we lived in a time where each day we could make such a tremendous difference if we apply ourselves. That's what we're in. So when we worry, there's 2 things that cause depression: worrying about the future and worrying about the past. Let's not do that.
The words of wisdom of Glynis McCants, people listening, please write them down, put them on your wall, and see them every single day. These words are so powerful, so empowering. But with your permission, can we take some calls?
Absolutely.
Because all these ladies, I'm going to go to Gail. She's been waiting for an hour. And Gail is born December 18, 1957. December 1857, Gail from South Carolina. Hi, my dear Gail. Welcome to the show and meet Glynis.
Hi. Hello. Thank you.
Hi, dear Gail.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So, Gail, it's December 18th, 1957, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
All right. So there's a lot going on with your personality because you technically have a 3 attitude, which tells me you can be very playful and fun. You have a good sense of humor. But behind it all is the 7. And the 7 means you observe people. Like you don't miss anything, do you?
No, I don't.
No. I love her pause, Carmen. She knows it for a fact. The 7 sees it all, Gail. But sometimes you have to be an actress. You know, you almost have to downplay it because you're just so on to people. You have to be real selective who you spend your time with because people can drain you. That's what I mean about you being a social person. But the 7 is the loner. Like when you're by yourself doing your own thing, sometimes you have your biggest breakthroughs when you're by yourself. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this year, you're in a personal year of 8, and what that tells me is you need to look at a couple things. Your health, making sure you're good. Like if the back hurts, you get a check before it goes out. You know, your neck, your body, the food that you're eating, whatever you're drinking. Like it's really a time to assess yourself. How have you felt physically this year?
Yeah, I'm have issues with my back, so yeah, I'm doing physical therapy.
And is it lower back?
Yeah.
What part?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Lower back and my neck also.
Okay, so you ready? So here's what I would say. When we talk about lower back means we could have issues with security, like finances, making sure we're okay. And since you're in a cycle of 8, that goes hand in hand because the cycle of 8 is when we're supposed to look at the financial side of our life. So I would be doing a money affirmation. I'll tell you one in a sec. And then your neck means next time your neck hurts, look around and see who the heck just became a pain in your neck, Gail.
Oh, I have one of those, yeah. Okay.
Yes, I'm sure you do. So what it means is you're internalizing. That tells me that you don't always communicate what you're going through, and then you internalize, and that's how it translates to pain. So the money affirmation, I would do my favorite one from Louise Hay. Hers is simple. I pay my bills with ease, and I always have extra money. I pay my bills with ease, and I always have extra money.
I love it.
15 minutes a day, Gail. Say it out loud. You know, it makes the difference, and trust me, I've had my back go out, and when I started chanting my prosperity affirmations, I got rid of the pain. Same thing, by the way, for knee. If the knee hurts, it means hard to bend on an issue. You know, when we feel strongly about something, it can attack the knee, and I've been able to cure that. So it's there's the prosperity CD that offers like affirmations to attract more prosperity. Those are available on the website as well, numberslady.com. So when you start doing this, Gail, did you ever read You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay?
No.
Okay, write that down. Anyone listening, if you want to find out if your body is basically attacking you or you feel like it's kind of turned against you, it's like, wow, I can't believe my body keeps hurting, You Can Heal Your Life. And it's Louise Hay, Hay. Great book for you, Gail. Great summer reading.
Okay.
All righty.
I'll do that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you so much for calling. And for everybody listening, I want you to know that Glynis will be hosting a special online event, Numerology Roundtable. I love this title. It's on Saturday, August 21st, between 1 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. So if you want to be part of it, you can actually use Carmen promo code for everybody listening. So she's kind of giving you a special.
they get an excellent discount with that, by the way. They'll be very pleased with what it is. Just type Carmen in the promo code.
Amazing idea. I love this.
Well, let me tell you how it works. One, we keep it small because my promise, like that means like 25 people, my promise that everyone in that class can submit one burning numerology question that they really need an answer to and get a very detailed response from me. It is the best. So that means no matter what you're going through, some people it might be a wedding date. Someone it might be, I want to change careers and I have 3 choices. Tell me which one's best. Anything that's on your mind, I cover that in the round table. And then everyone gets a special numerology worksheet so they can follow along and watch those numbers come to life. It's really good. So, yeah.
It's just such an extraordinary event. So everyone listening, please, please, please. Don't forget, it's August 21st between 1 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. So if they want to be part of it, what do they really do? They go to your website?
Have to. Yeah, they go to numberslady.com, click where it says products page, and then the top item explains everything about that workshop. They type Carmen, they get their discount, and then they'll get a confirmation email from us asking them to submit their question. Now, if you want to keep your question private, which a lot of people do, that's okay. You're still in the class, you're still learning the number magic, and then you submit it after, and I send you an audio response that's very detailed just for you. So good.
I am promoting you, so I want you to know I'm sending you newsletters about this event, a number of them, and I would love to do a live if you want in the next number of days or in a week before the event. So we can talk about the event so everybody knows. about the event. Make sure even if you have a lot of people and you cannot take them and it's too many people, at least, we get the people interested, and probably next time. And
absolutely. And next time I plan on teaching a numerology workshop, which of course people love. But I was thinking for your live event, we could probably do the 9th, which is next week. So I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah,
but definitely,
absolutely.
I love live with you.
9th.
So good.
It will be my pleasure to be with you, and we'll promote this, and we'll promote all your work.
Yes, thank you.
But we have a lot of people who are waiting to speak. But my producer says, let's take a short break, and then we'll go to Catherine, we'll go to Leilani, we'll go to Tiffany, and there's a number of other ladies. Just hold on the line, and we'll try to speak with as many people as possible. Just hold on the line, Glynis, for 1 second.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
Coping-19, brought to you by CDC and the Ad Council.
If you're feeling increasingly lonely right now, you're not alone. It's totally normal. Even though we may not be able to get together in person, connecting virtually with friends and family still gives you a chance to interact with people and may help raise your spirits. Join a virtual book club, set up group text chats, or online video coffee breaks with coworkers.
Find more self-care and coping tips at coping-19.org.
And I'm back with my extraordinary guest, Glynis. She's been my guest a number of times, and I will have to have her all the time because I love her so much, and she's so precious, and she's so right, and she's so helpful. But I'm going to go back to the phones to Catherine in Florida, and Glynis, her numerology is 11/21/1961, November 21st, 1961. Hi, Catherine. Welcome to the show, my dear.
Oh, hi, Carmen, and hi, Glynis. How are you guys doing?
Good. Hanging in there in this month of August. Okay.
Yes.
So, Catherine, 11/21/1961, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. So, what I see, and this is a little bit of a pattern, Carmen, in that the people calling in right now, there is a little bit of duality in your personality, meaning people think they know you and they do not. How often do you feel misunderstood?
Quite a bit.
Oh, sure. Right? And that's the beauty of understanding, or at least looking at numbers. So here's what I see. Because you're born on a 3-day, that's the appearance number. So I would think when you're in a good mood, you have like a bright eyes, big smile, like a lot of joy. But behind it is the 4. And the 4 means if I can't do it perfectly, I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. So you are very self-critical. And then you have a 5, right? See, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have a 5 attitude, which means even though you seek peace with that little 4, it's like I just don't want conflict, the 5 will attract a little bit of drama. Like, you know, things are going smoothly, and all of a sudden you're like, I can't believe that just happened. That's coming from the 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you have you're in a 1 personal year, which means this is a chance to do it differently, Catherine. Like whatever happened the last 9 years of your life, you got to let it all go. This is your time to do it differently. Tell me what steps have you taken this year to try to improve your life in some way? What would that be?
Oh, I'm just trying to kind of go through things and kind of clutter clear and my head as well.
Well, do you know that is completely connected? Like, especially a 4. I say the 4 has so many great ideas that live and die in their head. But if they throw away the clutter, like grab the papers, the things you've hung on to, the more you get rid of, the more the space in your mind opens up, which would be awesome for you. It would free you up. Now, are you in a relationship?
Yes, married. Mm-hmm.
And how many years?
32.
Yeah. You figure it's forever, and here's why. I don't know their birthday yet, but I'm going to say something. When you're a 4, you're the soldier of love. That means good or bad, a part of you goes, look, I made a commitment, I stand by that commitment. Does that make sense?
Me. Yeah,
Hi. Yeah. So I'm going to buy you a ticket, and I'm going to help you escape. You're coming with me. I'm kidding. All right, Catherine, what's the date of birth for that guy?
August 11th, 1959.
1959. It's born on Tuesday, 127. Okay. What's the first name he goes by?
Mike.
Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first thing I'd say, just even by looking at the name Mike, there could be old issues from the original family, stuff he didn't get over. So what do you know about that original family? Mom, dad, all of it?
Yeah, there were issues and a divorce.
Yeah, which would have been tough on him. The other thing is, because he's born the 11th, there is a little voice saying, no matter how good, not good enough. Like they have to find a way to have peace with that. The 7 in him is the man of mystery. So that means there's some things you just don't know. Don't you feel that way?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but guess what? With your 5 attitude, I pity the fool because you're a natural detective and you're going to get the truth. You always want to know. And you tend to find out. You do. And then the 7 is supposed to find some form of faith to believe in because they can be cynical. Like they don't want anyone telling them what to believe. That offends them. But if they can find something that rings true, it's actually good for them. Has he found that yet, Catherine?
Still kind of searching, yeah.
Still searching, right, which is a bummer because until he finds it, he's not going to be completely happy. And I know there's times you've seen him. You can see it in his face when he's troubled, but that doesn't mean he's going to, communicate. See, with you, especially because you're born on a 3-day, the 3 is the natural counselor. So you would give advice if you could, but sometimes you feel like you can't get in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And did you guys have kids?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many?
2.
Okay. I would simply say this, Catherine, when in doubt, focus out, meaning the more you try to work on him, the less results you'll have. So now we have to get back to you. What do we do to bring you more joy? Like what would you do in your life that you think would make you happy? Tell me what that is.
I'm not sure. That's where I'm at now, just kind of stuck.
Have you? Okay, let me ask you this. Before the pandemic, did you guys used to travel at all?
Not really, not a lot.
Okay, I want you to get on a trip. Like, do you have a friend you can count on? Do you have any girlfriends that you really like?
Mm-hmm, sure, yeah.
Well, then I want you to pick one and get out. Even if it's just a staycation, a weekend somewhere nice. You cannot stay in your regular environment because if you do that for too much, it becomes depressing. And if you did get out and do something just a little different, it would just give you like that shot in the arm where you feel better. Just makes you happier. That's what I want you to do differently so you can regroup and decide. Remember this, too. The 4 is a natural teacher. So any skill that you could learn where you could show others could be a good way for you to go. Whatever it is that interests you, once you learn it, you can show me how to do it. You've always had that ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
I hope this was more than helpful.
Yes, very much. Thank you so much.
And
a happy birthday this month, Glynis.
Yes.
We love Glynis. We love her.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sweetheart. We're going to go to Tiffany, then we're going to go to Leilani, then we go to Rachel. So you guys hold on the line. But Tiffany's next. She's born August 19th, so she's the same month like you are, Glynis. And she's born 1978. Hi, Tiffany. How are you, my love?
Hi, how are you guys? Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So, Tiffany, I think I saw your thing on my Facebook where you asked about the karmic numbers. Yeah. Well, just for the record, Grasshopper, I don't go down that road. I don't buy that because let me tell you why. That plants seeds of negativity, right? If we feel, oh my gosh, this is what's wrong, what can I do? So we're going to embrace the good news about this energy, okay? What is good about having a 16/7 as your life path? The one is your ambition. That's the part that pushes you forward. And because you're born on a 1 day, that's doubly true. Like that's the part that makes you want to do something with your life. The 6 is a nurturer. So here we have the 7 that can be a loner. I mean, sometimes the 7's like, just get me away from the humans because I can't do it anymore. But the, right, Tiff? But then the 6 in you is like, but the 6 in you is like, but I can connect, and I do love my people. Like the ones that matter to you a great deal. So do you see what I'm saying? So what I would say about karmic numbers, I would only say this. If we can embrace the positive side of every number in our chart, we can lead a good life. The other thing is, because you have 6, 7, it does mean you overthink everything, Tiffany. You know, the 6 is like, oh my gosh, should I make the right decision? So I suggest, once you make your decision, say, this is the choice I've made, I'm going to move forward. You need to literally say that to the universe. It will listen. I've made this choice, I'm now moving forward, and then you'll feel better.
Yep.
Now, what's that sound? Is that air conditioning or something full volume?
Oh.
What is that?
Funny enough, I'm in Florida and rain just started, and so
wow.
I think that's why. Yeah.
Hey, Tiffany, is that nice and dramatic rain or what?
Good point. Great point.
Okay, so let me tell you this, too. Because you are in a personal year, let me confirm, of 5 right now, it does mean this year is moving really fast. So you need to, if you make a list every day, this is my goal, here's what I want to achieve, you will be able to do it. Otherwise, it'll feel scattered and frustrated and like you've almost lost your life. It's like, gosh darn it, why can't I get it together? And the other thing I'd look at, since you're born on a 1 day and you're a 7 life path, in your personal year of 5, you could complete something wonderful because that's 1, 5, 7. You see, the mind numbers. So I want you to think of ways to celebrate this year. Is there something you can do, and have you been able to do any of the trips because your numbers are based in movement? What are you doing?
Yeah, I just got back from Hawaii, funny enough.
Yay!
So,
Okay, what island? What was it?
Oh, the Big Island.
Okay. Did you have a blast?
Yeah, it was good. I was with a girlfriend and her kids, so, and I don't have kids, so it was
I would
different.
say if the girlfriend and no kid would have been even better, Tiff.
True, very true.
Only because I'll tell you why. That beauty in Hawaii was healing for you. You know, that when you look at, you're a person who's actually affected by water, more like the ocean. It speaks to your soul. Like if you can get near water, that's where I'd want you to be. Now we have screaming and rain because you're in a personal year of 5. Do you love all your interruptions, Tiff?
Right. Yeah.
And by the way, that's why I'm saying I want you to like find a Zen place, even in where you live. Make a little special room. Do your affirmations. Do the meditation. Calm it all down because there's magic in your chart this year, and I want you to use that. You can do that this year. Okay.
Awesome. Love it.
All the
Thank
side
you.
effects. Great talking to you,
and Tiffany, don't forget Saturday, August, Saturday.
Oh yeah,
August
you can do the workshop.
1 and 4 p.m.
Definitely.
Please join.
And then come up with whatever it is you wanted to look at, Tip, for like career, relationship, all of that. We could do a fun roundtable on that.
Okay, perfect.
August 21st.
Yes.
All right, my
Thank
beautiful
you.
Tiffany.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to go to California right now to Leilani. Leilani, I love Leilani. She's a beautiful human being. She's born October 24th, 1969. Hi, beautiful girl.
What is it?
With
11
my amazing Glynis. So she's October 24th, 1969.
Okay. I want to go back to Tiffany. That was genius what just happened to that poor girl. Here we are trying to have a lovely conversation. There's a storm, basically, a rainstorm that's so loud I had to shut my eyes just to hear her. And then they're screaming. I'm like, really? What else could happen? And I'll tell you why that's even funnier. One time in that same cycle of 5, I was doing kind of a psychic read with a wonderful person, John Edward. You know wonderful John Edward.
Oh, I know.
And we were sitting there.
What an amazing man. Yeah.
He is a remarkable man. But we were he decided to go outside. I personally wanted to stay inside, but I thought, you know, what the heck? It was very pretty.
Right.
All of a sudden, there was a trash compactor going berserk. There were screaming somewhere else. There was honking outside. And I just laughed and thought, look at that 5 energy. It really does like to show off.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to Tiff.
Right.
And one last thing with Tiffany, to remind her, if she types Carmen in, she gets a very big discount on that class.
And Tiffany,
in the promo
and
code.
Catherine the same, and Gail, and Leilani,
everybody.
and Rachel, who's coming next. All of you guys, you can do the same thing, so don't forget. It is on the 21st of August between 1 and 4 Pacific time. And please go to numberslady.com and just put my name on the promo, Carmen promo.
That's right.
That's the way you get a discount.
And so this is Leilani, correct?
Leilani, yes. She's October 24, 1969.
So 7895. Forgot. Okay. So Leilani, this year, when we just talk about personal year cycle, it looks like you're in a personal year of 3, which is to express yourself. It also means getting in tune with the inner child. Have you found ways to have fun this year?
Yes, I'm currently on an adventure going from city to city in California, and I have my art supplies.
Okay. Do you know I just got chills, Carmen? I just got chills from little Leilani.
She's such a beautiful human being. I love Leilani.
I did. You know why? It means a little kid in her said, you know what? I'm doing this. I don't care. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to go places I don't go. I'm going to meet people I don't meet. And then she's got her artwork stuff with her. That's exactly the cycle you're in, Leilani. The more you do that kind of stuff, the more fulfilling and powerful this year is going to be for you.
Wonderful. I am looking for home, though. I'm trying to find out where I'm supposed to live. So
yeah, but remember, that is all energy. So when I talk about the round table, you could literally say, Glynis, these are the, let's say, 6 locations I'm thinking. I would tell you by the numbers what is best. You do not want to move to a location that is toxic to you. No, you do not. You need to find a place that is magic. You know, it's like this energy resonates with me, and as a result, I meet good people. I have fun. I enjoy my work. I just had a client just the other day. It was a follow-up read after 5 years of not talking, and he told me he picked his city by the numbers, the way I showed him to. He picked his house, his number, the apartment number, and he says, Glynis, I have never been happier in my entire life. He goes, and it's the first time I'm single, because normally he was in bad relationships. He goes, and I'm okay. I'm at peace, and I'm joyful every day. That's what I'm talking about, Leilani.
Incredible.
You're going to be experiencing energy, but I can help you do that. How long are you going to be on your trip, your California trip?
I don't have a time frame. I'm house sitting for 2 more weeks in a town by Sebastopol. I just left Los Angeles last week. I really don't have a plan.
Well, I'll tell you another thing. You could get, Glynis has your number. It's my book. You don't have it yet, do you?
No.
Okay, you could get the ebook. It's available at Amazon.com, and I have a section called Location. And it talks about the location of energy, like which ones are compatible to you. I would be looking at that and then look at those locations in California to make sure it's good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you
go.
talk about a 5 a lot. I'm a 5, but I don't like chaos or conflict. I don't like drama.
You're way past funny. You got to remember something. You may not like it, but it likes you, Leilani. Let's be serious.
Oh, okay.
Yes, excuse me, Grasshopper. Let me explain. Leilani, you are a light. How about this? You are light. You're like this sweet little energy, but as a light, we can attract bugs. These little brats who see us and go, ooh, I like the light, and then they come flying towards us. They're like, oh, no, help. But what you do is you carry around a spiritual can of Raid and say, you're not welcome here. You need to go now. Because remember, you're not just one number. 5's a part of you. But you were born on a 6th day, which is very efficient. It's like my home matters, my bills, taking care of my life. And then you have a 7, which is you don't want any chaos. It's like I need peace. I like Mother Earth. I like the full moon. I like the water. I like flowers. Do you see how you are complicated?
Yes.
But let me assure you, it is the 5 that's going all over California with art in their pocket. That's your 5, my friend. Your 5 is trying to celebrate life and have fun and not be controlled by others. So embrace it.
That's so true.
Yeah. When you hear me say what sounds like a negative, it's the negative side of energy. It is not what the energy is. Like, for the record, my best friends are all 5s, Leilani, all of them, because they have the most fun. They get so darned excited about everything. Hey, I mean, Carmen, you do this next time. When you do a workshop and you want to find a 5, just say, raise your hand. I swear half your room will be 5s, because they're the ones going, I want to learn more. I'm a detective.
Yes.
I need to know the truth.
Exactly.
It's a gift, Leilani.
It's a gift.
Except when that drama wants to show up. Then you just have to go, oh, that's why that happened. But I don't have to let it come in. I do not have to accept that. And there you go.
You got it.
Just one more thing.
Tonight.
People here are saying, where are you from? I love your energy. Thank you.
Oh, Glynis is the best, guys. Rachel, Frankie, Linda, all of you guys, let's see how many of you we can squeeze in. So I'm going to go to Rachel. She's talking about 5, the 5th month, May 11, 82.
May 11, 82.
Hi,
and this is Rachel?
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much. This is like the highlight of my month to talk to y'all. Thank you.
Good. Okay, so this is Rachel. All right, Rachel, the first thing you want to do, and I want to go back to Leilani for a moment, because I always, when one has to go, I want to say one last thing to her. Her numbers are a gift, but she needs to understand it makes her unique, and also someone who must choose wisely. She cannot let everyone in just because they like her. It's not. She has to decide what is good for me. And when it's reciprocal, that's who she lets in, not the ones who take comfortably and never give back. That is my message to her. Okay.
Your wisdom, like always. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to give her that. All right, Rachel, when you're born on the 11th, this is what it means by master numbers. And there's the master number 11, there's the master number 22 when you're born on the 22nd or the 11th, but there's also master numbers when it comes to a life path. At numberstudy.com, Carmen, they can literally click on the menu link that says numbers and read more about the master number. So I'm going to keep it simple for Rachel and say this. With that 11, you need to look at it as a doorway of opportunity. When you have an 11 in your own chart, it means if you're not happy, if you're in a bad relationship, or you're in a job you don't like, then walk through a new doorway. Trust that you have the right to do that. That's why you have it. It also means high frequency. When you do your job or when you try to do something, you give 150%, Rachel. And as a 9 life path, it's really hard for you to ask for help. You know, when you're in trouble, you think if people love you, they should figure it out. That, you know, like, gosh, if you love me, you'll know to help me. It doesn't work that way. It never works that way.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So part of your lesson is to learn to ask for help. It's like, you know what? I'm in trouble right now, and I need your help. And that's hard, but you got to do it. The other thing is it's old soul energy. It means when you were little, you were beyond your years. You always knew stuff that no one else did. And because you have a 7, and then you have the 11/2, I would not be surprised if you've ever seen like spirits, ghosts, or had dreams that come true, or deja vu when you meet people. How much has that been a part of your life?
Especially the dreams, all the time.
Right?
All the time.
No, your dream life is another world for you. Like, you learn a lot. And I think if you ever are troubled, like let's say you're working on something and you can't get the words right, you're the kind of person who could go to sleep and dream about it to fix it. Like, your dreams are vivid. So use that to your advantage, you know, because that's a gift. And then you're in a personal year of 3. So even though I know you have this ability with the 7 attitude to step back and look at what's happening, you do need to speak up and also be playful. Like, really find ways to have fun again. Like laughter. I keep feeling like, who makes you laugh in your life, Rachel, besides you? Who's funny?
Definitely my boyfriend, and then I'm also inducing and having a daughter on Thursday, 2 days from
today. Well, that's exciting.
And I feel like she's going to bring so much.
Did you pick a good day for her? What day?
Oh, my God.
So we're starting on the 5th, but based on what time we're starting, I think she'll be born August 6th.
Yes. Okay. So August 6th, 2021?
Yes.
5, 5, 5. 1. What would that be with you? 2. Yeah, technically you're going to be compatible, but you better be prepared for serious energy and someone running the household. If you're open to running someone else, if you're open to someone else taking over, you got it made with this one. Yeah. For the record, Lucille Ball was born August 6th, but the love of my life, my mother, Glynis McCants, Carmen, you've seen my beautiful mom. She was born August 6th.
Incredible. 9 children, the most beautiful woman, the most loving, the most giving human I've ever met.
It's so true. She is nothing but love. Yeah. But I'm just telling you, the minute this kid can open her mouth, she'll have plenty to say, Rachel. Yeah, but you will get a kick out of her. She will make you laugh. I promise you that.
So we are at the end of the show. Frankie, Linda, all of you guys waiting. I'm so sorry. We had only 1 hour. But listen, Glynis has August 21st, her special event between 1 to 4 Pacific time. So join her. Go to her website, put the promo code Carmen, and you will be able to join her. Get her calendars, get her amazing books. I promise I'm going to have Glynis, and I also promise you I will have her live with me on Facebook.
Yes.
I think, do you want to do the 9th?
Yes, we're going to do the 9th together, a live show, very fun.
Guys, we're going to have a live show with